Burke is a New Zealander. He was born in Gisborne on the North Island and attended St Paul's Collegiate in Hamilton before entering the Crusaders Academy and studying business at the University of Canterbury. He played for the Crusaders age group sides before appearing in 6 games for the national under-20 Baby Blacks. In 2019, his progress at senior level has been an uninterrupted march of all red and black. He started 5 matches for the Canterbury NPC representative side before making his Crusaders debut on March 14, 2020 against the Sunwolves. Within 3 years, he had established himself as the starting 10 at NPC level and a regular at fullback in Super Rugby, and the natural successor to Richie Mo'unga in the Crusaders' twin playmaker system. Burke's ascent through the New Zealand ranks seemed so seamless and natural it appeared to be only a matter of time before he would be knocking on the door at number 10 for the All Blacks. Then the inexplicable happened, and the worst nightmare for the Kiwi rugby development system. Although he stayed loyal to the red and black, Burke signed for multiple English Premiership winners, Saracens ahead of the 2024-25 season, and announced his intention to test out the international possibilities with either Scotland or England. It was the ultimate ironic twist in the ancestry plot, the final reversal in what has become a Cluedo game of multi-eligibility. Although Burke's father Richard is a New Zealander, his mother Julie is English and his grandfather hails from Scotland. Under World Rugby's Regulation 8, that qualifies him to represent any of the 3 nations on a rugby pitch. The 3 primary qualifiers are place of birth, parentage or grandparentage, or 5 years spent playing rugby in another country. Although Burke readily admits "I am driven by international rugby," his final destination is still unknown. He could be one day replacing Finn Russell in the navy blue of Scotland, or challenging Marcus Smith for the right to wear a red rose on his chest, or cycling all the way home to the Silver Fern. It is all Professor Plum in the billiards room with the lead pipe type guesswork. As things stand, Burke is not the only player of his generation to seek his fortunes outside New Zealand. Ethan Roots was a contemporary of the young pivot in the Crusaders Academy before going on to represent Exeter and England in the UK, while Tane Plumtree was in the same U20s side as Burke before switching allegiance to the Scarlets and Wales, starting England 6. Chandler Cunningham South was born in England but attended Hamilton Boys High School, represented Canterbury U19s, and even trained with League's NZ Warriors before jumping to London Irish and integrating into the England age group system. The interest in Burke has been intense, akin to bees buzzing busily around a honey-rich rugby hive. Scotland Supremo Gregor Townsend wanted him to sign for Glasgow Warriors, sparking a tug-of-war for his signature with Mark McCall's Saracens. Burke opted for North London on a 3-year deal, and his loss to New Zealand rugby has been described as devastating by former All Black fullback Israel Dagg. McCall was in no doubt about the quality he was getting. "We saw a player who was very measured and calm," he said. "We like the fact he is not easily hurried or rattled." I also spoke to Scott Robertson, who said he was a player who could command a room and a team. That ability to grab a team and take them to where they need to be is not a quality everybody has. If such comments smack of a natural field general and replacement for Owen Farrell, those qualities also happen to be exactly what New Zealand has been missing at 10 since Mo'unga left for Japan. The complete game manager, the navigator supreme with a firm grip on the strategic picture, is what Robertson most needs. Burke would have started for the Crusaders in Super Rugby Pacific had he not suffered an Achilles tendon injury which sidelined him until the back end of the season. As ex-Crusaders in Australia, head coach Robbie Deans commented, "If he had been there from the start of the year, the Crusaders would probably have been winning a whole lot more. He understands the game. He's reliable and he obviously has skill. He's just getting started. He's a very good player. I think he is a good recruit. Mark runs a good program. He's no slug." The Saracens' experience promises to round out Burke's skill set as a first 5/8 in the Andrew Mehrtons or Grant Fox mold. There is never any shortage of the instinctive Carlos Spencer or Frano Bodica type in the land of the long white cloud, but as Burke himself noted, the microscope on certain areas of the game here in the UK is different to New Zealand. The Barnet-based club specialise in developing inside backs who can handle the chores related to the kicking game and the kick chase game, and the streamlining of Burke's skills in those aspects was already on view in a recent game against Premiership champions Northampton Saints, played out in